everywhere, whenever the market was bouncing from the CPR, monthly CPR, I was not hesitating to take a long position. I was maximizing my quantities, I was maximizing my profits even in this recovery. Based on these simple observations, CPR stands out among all the other indicators.
Can we elaborate on this particular strategy of CPR a little bit more? Like, what were your exact entries? What were your exact exits?
So these three entry locations are my key points where I used to take trades.
If I talk about this strategy particularly, this actually looks like a typical classroom strategy. Then what makes this strategy really very special? That's what I want to know. What is the exact strategy that you used using CPR? Like, what was the buying level, where you used to sell, what you used to see, everything. That is exactly what I really want to know. The real strategy which you actually used to grow that 10 lakh rupees to crore and crore plus. Can you share that with us?
Yes, definitely. So let me show my charts. So what happened during the COVID crash? Even in one of my YouTube video which I was doing during the COVID period, if I'm not wrong, I did a YouTube video in the month of January. So I was telling that the market is breaking the higher low structure, and the market is trading below monthly CPR. So most probably the market could fall. So this is what I was saying in my YouTube channel. So what I was observing is, in the month of January, I could easily see the prices were breaking this higher low structure. So probably this is the higher low structure which we generally use for identifying the trend.
Correct.
So I was able to see this fall, and then this is where I was prepared to take my short position, because it's obviously clear that the market broke the higher low structure. It went for a pullback and then it started to came down. Now what I was doing is, I was carrying my put options. I was taking some carry forward positions once the prices started to come below monthly CPR and below S1 and previous month low.
Okay.
So I was carry forwarding a lot of huge short positions, and then if you could see, the market was giving a gap down, and I was able to maximize my profits over here. And then still I could see the market is taking some resistances at CPR levels, because my stop loss is going to be very small. My stop loss is going to be somewhere above CPR.
Correct.
So I was taking shots in the month of March as well, and that's where I was able to capture this fall which has happened. So by the time when I was taking the positions in the month of February, this COVID news was spreading across the globe.
Correct.
And China was having a lockdown already.
Hmm.
So those things were helping me to hold on to my position.
Yeah.
So I was not in a hurry to book my profits, though I booked partial profits whenever the targets are hit. Like when the market hits S1, I book some partial quantities. When the market hits S2, I book some partial quantities. And then when the market was falling well, and when the market was when the lower circuit was hit, I was holding my positions with some good profits.
Okay.
And then what happened? I was still having a bearish view in the market even after the COVID crash. Even in the month of April and May, I was having a bearish view and I was prepared to take short positions. But to my surprise, what happened? In the month of June, the prices started to trade above the CPR levels.
Correct.
And from the month of July, we started to get ascending CPR. So ascending CPR, in short, it is going to it is a denotion of a bullish trend. It clearly tells the market is going to be bullish.
Correct.
So now what happened, from June, July onwards, I started to focus more on the bull side. And whenever the market is breaking the previous month highs, or over here when the market is trading above R1, or whenever the market is trading above the previous month high levels, I was taking a lot of long positions. And when the market is trading at the monthly CPR, and when the market is trading above the monthly CPR level. So everywhere, whenever the market was bouncing from the CPR, monthly CPR, I was not hesitating to take a long position.
Okay.
So I was maximizing my quantities, I was maximizing my profits even in this recovery. So again, if you see in the month of September and October, we had narrow CPRs, the market was not trending.
Yeah.
And in the month of November, it was a huge blast on the upside.
Correct.
So these are the months I was able to make easy money with a smaller capital of 10 lakh rupee. So this entire year was a sharp V-shaped recovery, and even in 2021, in the mid of 2021, say around the month of May, and in the month of August and September, this bull rally also was rewarding me well, because it was completely in uptrend and it was completely following the narrow CPR trending day, trending month concept. And this is a very simple strategy which I followed to understand the big picture, and I stayed in that particular trend. Even on intraday basis, if I when I am taking the trades, I was not on the short side.
Okay.
I was concerned only on the long side, because I can understand that this is a sharp V-shaped recovery. So in a higher time frame, the prices were above monthly CPRs, so the overall trend has changed from bearish to bullish.
Correct.
Now, as a day trader, I was prepared to take only long positions, and I was carry forwarding my positions also.
Okay.
So in 2020 and 2021, I used to carry forward my positions more frequently. But recent times I am not taking any carry forward positions. Recent times I have reduced my swing trades and positional trades, and now I am more of a intraday trader.
Yeah.
But during the COVID crash and 2021, I was a more positional and swing trader.
Okay.
So this is a very simple CPR strategy. Market is staying above CPR, market is having a narrow CPR, so the entire month is going to be trending. So these are the clues which I had, which helped me to trade during the COVID crash and the recovery.
Okay. As you discussed, like you were taking swing trades majorly during the
Yes.
COVID crash and post-COVID crash in the recovery phase.
Yes.
And you also explained okay how you use CPR to
Yes.
take these swing trades. Can we like elaborate on this particular strategy of CPR a little bit more? Like what were your exact entries? What were your exact exits?
Okay. So always I plan my entries at 3 locations.
Okay.
So the first location will be at when the prices are taking supports at CPR. Okay, so let me show you. So in general, I have 3 entry points. I'm going to take entries only at these 3 entry points. So my first entry is, there should be a narrow CPR. So let's consider this is the month of September 2020.
Yeah.
So I need a narrow CPR, and I want the prices to take support at the monthly CPR. So basically this is daily chart, and this is a narrow CPR, and the bull candle is taking support at CPR. So that is going to be my entry point.
This green candle.
Yes, this green candle.
Okay.
Now what happens? My stop loss will be very small below the CPR. So if I am getting a bear candle close on a closing basis, if there is a bear candle below CPR, then that is going to be my stop loss. Okay. And now my second entry location is when the prices are taking breaking R1 and previous month high in a single bull candle. So it should be a narrow CPR, and the prices should break R1 and previous month high with a bull candle close. So what I will do is this candle will be closing at 3:30. So 5-10 minutes before, I will be taking call options and I will be carry forwarding my position.
Okay, so this is like one trade is support based, another trade is breakout based.
Breakout based, yes. Okay, and my second entry location where I usually go with a lesser position sizing is when the market is breaking R2 and when the market is taking support at R2. So so the first entry location is at CPR, the second entry location is at R1 and previous month high breakout, and my third entry location is when R2 is getting broken or the prices are taking supports at R2.
Okay.
So my stop loss will be below R2. Any bear candle close below R2 is going to be my stop loss.
Okay.
Since the prices are breaking R2, my position sizing will be much lesser. Maybe I will go with only 50% position sizing. So on the other hand, if the prices are taking supports at CPR or when the prices are breaking R1, I go with my full position sizing. So these three entry locations are my key points where I used to take trades on 2020 and 2021. And even now, I used to trade based on these levels. More
On an intraday basis.
On an intraday basis, yes.
Okay. And what about the targets, sir? Where do you
And
set
my
your
targets, when I'm taking an entry at CPR, my target is always R1. Okay, so this is going to be my target. So let me mark it in a different color. So this is going to be my target if my entry is at CPR. And if I am entering at R1 and previous month high breakout, my target is going to be R2.
Okay.
And if I am entering at R2, my target is going to be R3. So simple. So this is my entry points, and my stop loss is always below CPR, below R1 and below R2. So these are my stop losses. And more importantly, I focus on narrow CPR months more. Now there are days we get breakouts on a wide CPR. Now you can see over here in the month of November, just observe the CPR length.
Correct.
And if you observe the month of December, the distance between the CPR is very big. So this is a wide CPR.
Yeah.
Now, if there is a breakout on a wide CPR, then what I used to do is I reduce my position sizing into half. So here you can see the market is breaking the R1 and previous month high zone. So this is R1 and previous month high zone, and the market is breaking that zone. So what I would do is I would go for a long position when there is a breakout. Now my target is not going to be R2. So R2 is not going to be my target. Okay. Instead, what I do is I take the 50% of this R1 and R2. So this is R1 and this is R2. So the 50% is going to be my target, because already the CPR is wide.
Okay.
Already the CPR is wide. So I cannot expect a bigger targets. So I would be booking my profits somewhere around this R1 and R2 50%. So even on a wide CPR, we get entries. But what happens? I will reduce my position and I will book my profits at R1 or to 50% level itself.
Okay. So like if the R1 is breaking, you should take the trade. Doesn't matter if the CPR is narrow or wide, but just reduce the quantity.
Just reduce the quantity. Yes. Because position sizing is the key. Correct. Once your position is less, your loss is going to be less. So automatic. So I always follow high probable and low probable entries. Why I am following this high probable and low probable entries is to decide my position sizing. Correct. So I'm already integrating my position sizing with the setup. So if it is a high probable, I'm going with a higher position sizing. And if it is a low probable trade, I'm going with a lower position sizing. Correct. So high probable trades there are higher chances I will be winning at least 60 to 70% of the time. And in a low probable trade, I'm having a lesser win rate and I will be losing less. So I'm integrating the setup along with the position sizing so that my risk and money management will take care of itself.
I mean, we get a lot of comments on all our strategy videos that, okay, I have tested the strategy. This does not work in the real market. The charts are already made. That's when you're teaching everything. And if I talk about this strategy particularly, this actually looks like a typical classroom strategy. Yes. Like a classical stock market trading strategy, which you learn while learning the basics of stock market, when you learn the pivot points and then you're like, okay, buy above the R1, break out of the R1. And because the market was very trendy while this period, right, during the fall or during the time of recovery, it was very trendy, right?
Yes.
And people were making money in random stocks.
Yes.
Just put the money and it was growing. True. That was the period.
True, agreed.
Right? So this strategy was working back then, but at the same time, every strategy was working back then.
True.
Correct?
Any trend following strategy.
Yeah, any trend following strategy, you just put the money, it was giving you the returns.
True.
Then what makes this strategy really very special? That's what I want to know.
So before we continue with this video, I have created an amazing CPR Indicator trading strategy course with upsurge in both English and Tamil. So there I have shared all my personal trading strategies both for swing traders and day traders. So go and enroll for this course. Link is provided in the description. Let's continue to this video. Okay, so most of the trend following strategies, they fail in a range bound market.
Correct.
But the speciality with this CPR indicator is even it will tell you whether the trend is going to be range bound. So that's when we get a wide CPR. So let's take moving average.
Mhm.
So if there is a positive crossover on the upside, the trend is going to be bullish. And if there is a negative crossover, then the trend is going to be bearish.
Correct.
Okay, so if someone is in this COVID crash and in this COVID recovery, if somebody is using a moving average or somebody is using an alligator indicator,
Mhm.
so they would have seen, it would have given a beautiful for short signal and it would have shown a beautiful long signal.
Yeah, crossovers and
Crossovers it would have happened.
correct.
Now, when the trend is range bound, so the moving averages will take some time to turn, or there will be a crossover, but the market will not fall.
Correct.
There will be a crossover on the short side, but but the market will not fall. And there will be a crossover on the positive side, but the market will not go up.
Correct.
And the same thing with respect to alligator indicator as well. So any trend following indicator, I'm not specific about moving average or alligator. So any trend following indicator, they fail in a range bound market. So they fail to show the range bound market in a precision manner.
Mhm.
But when it comes to CPR, we can easily identify that if it is a wide CPR, the entire month is going to be range bound. So I can see that on the first of every month.
Correct.
So if the first of every month, the entire month CPR is wide, then this month is going to be range bound. So either I can stay away from trading or I can trade only with a minimal quantity.
Mhm.
So that's what it makes this CPR indicator so special. And there is also one interesting observation I would like to say. So if the CPR is wide, the entire month is going to be range bound.
Okay.
Now there are some months where the CPR will be narrow, but still the market will be range bound.
Okay.
It is because the distance between the previous month low and the previous month high, this range is very big.
Mhm.
So since this range is very big, even though there is a narrow CPR, the market is going to be range bound. Because already the market has exploded in the previous month.
Okay.
So this month we are having a narrow CPR, but still the range is very big. So it's going to be a range bound market. So based on these simple observations, CPR stands out among all the other indicators. So it's well known to show you the trend for the entire month and the first of every month. It is good at showing the trend for the entire week on the first of every week.
Okay.
So that's what is unique about CPR, and it stands out of all the trend following indicator.
Hmm. And as you said, okay, if the previous month range is very big, so the previous month high and previous month low will have a significant range.
Yes.
And if the CPR is narrow, then the internal range will be enough to give you
The reversal trades.
reversal trades, support trades with good decent target risk reward
Correct.
ratios.
Correct.
Right?
You are right.